It's your boy. And today I am in Berkeley, California. And I'm still setting up, so give me 1 second. Not that anyone's there yet. Now live, a stepping stone on YouTube. Alright, boom. Phone is charging. We're good to go. Got some water. Alright. Now we are truly good to go. Cheers. Although, I suppose I could eat something too, but maybe not. Alright, today is June 20 something. I'm here in Berkeley, California. Made a road trip out here yesterday. That was kind of cool. Besides losing connection often, it was the first time I did a stream of me while like traveling or while in motion, while doing something. But I liked it. Some of the chat seemed to like it. And so, hope to do more of that. Not sure when. Definitely once I'm in Mexico. I wanna get some live streaming in while doing stuff, while exploring, while traveling. I think it could be really cool. I feel like even the US, if you're not from here, maybe it'd be interesting too, to walk around and show life in the US. But I think Mexico is more unseen, especially where I'm going. Just a small village, small pueblo. So that should be cool. That should be interesting. It's interesting to me. Yeah, I think that's what matters. I think if I'm doing things that are interesting to me, that allows for my passion to show, and I think that'll make it interesting for other people. So we'll see. That's a couple weeks away. But yeah, I'll be in Berkeley, California for the next 4 or 5 days, probably. Maybe a little more. We'll see. Who goes there? Someone's in the chat. Show yourself. It's always weird. I don't know how YouTube determines when it wants to like blow up my stream or not. Sometimes I'll get a frick ton of people popping in. Sometimes I'll get no one new, just the regulars. So we'll see. Usually happens around now, 3 or 4 minute mark. But I don't know how it works. I think my highest peak concurrence was 79 at one time. But probably only for a few seconds. And then most of them dipped. But yeah, I don't know how YouTube's algorithm works for that. Seems to be random. Sometimes I'll get a lot of people pop in, sometimes I'll get no one. But that's okay. I'll just talk to myself until someone talks to me. there's a cannabis shop outside of my window here, which is interesting. Cannabis, marijuana, weed. A lot of people walking in and out, and a security guard. Even at night, overnight, there's a security guard there, which is interesting to me. But yeah. I'm thinking of doing a live stream on my university campus, my old university campus, UC Berkeley. Maybe tomorrow, or yeah, maybe then. I feel like maybe it's best to give notice. Maybe if I do tomorrow, I mean that's like 24 hours. I feel like that's a good amount of notice. Maybe I can do a weekday. If I schedule it ahead of time, it gives everyone time to know it's coming. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. Ezio says, "Hey, bro, no way, Ezio. I haven't seen you in so long, man. It's been like 2 weeks. Where'd you go, man? How have you been? I was thinking about you the other week. A lot has happened since that day that we met. Yeah. That day we met was like my second live stream for just chatting ever. And now I'm at like 16, I think. My phone is basically destroyed at this point. What happened, man? What happened to your phone? Did someone steal it and throw it on the ground? I'm using my father's old crappy phone. What happened to your phone, dude? I don't know, it's not working. Interesting. Well, it looks like your father's phone has YouTube. Is good enough to have the YouTube app. That's something. If you're able to watch this on a phone, that's something. That's a pretty good phone. Unless you're on your computer or something. And maybe you have a phone that can only text and call. Yeah. Yeah. Even YouTube is lagging. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Oh man, I'm trying to find a comfortable position to sit in. It's a little tough. Let me try this. Maybe if I do this, and then I do this. That should do. Alright, I think that works. Now I can sit back, lean back. How are you? I'm alright, man. A lot has changed since the last time you were here, dude. I've been doing this like almost every day, and there's a lot of people that come in regularly. They'll probably come in a little later, around 12 p.m. is usually when I start, which I think is here 12 a.m., midnight. But it's cool. It's been cool building up like a viewer base and like almost feels like a little community at this point. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of taking it step by step. You said, I don't know why, you sound like a wise old man. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Oh, I see. Okay. There's this one guy from Brazil. He might join in at some point. His name is Marcio. But he would probably describe me in a similar way. Maybe it's because your talking style. I see. Yeah, maybe I'm talking kind of quiet. Maybe that's why. Or do you mean in general? Like just in general? I think I do tend to talk slowly, somewhat, because what we say matters. What we say matters, especially when I'm live. What I say matters. If I say something dumb or stupid, I'll get canceled. I'll get put in trouble. Hello, says Nyan. New glasses? Question mark. How did you how did you realize so quickly? Yeah, these are new glasses. Actually, funny enough, they're my I had glasses like this. This is the exact same pair of glasses I used to have. But that old pair of glasses broke. I ordered that pair 4 years ago. But now I ordered a new pair, but it's the exact same pair of glasses. But yeah, they are new. Thank you for noticing. Ezio says, yeah, it sounds like someone really wise and depressed. Maybe. I don't think I'm depressed, luckily. I'm actually quite content these days. For the first time in a long time. Nyan said, because I'm a girl, I realize little details. Very nice. Very nice, Nyan. Ezio says, damn bro, got secret admirers. I mean, I don't know if you'd call them secret. I don't know if they're secret or admirers. But definitely have a lot of random people in here. Noticing even tiny details. I mean, it's a pretty big detail. When all you really see is my face, I'm sure you get used to what I'm wearing or not wearing. I've been not using glasses a lot lately. But Nyan is like one of my OGs. Um, she's in here almost every day, at least for a little. She tends to come when people start talking about her. It's kind of strange. We have another guy named John, I think, or what's his name? Jason. And for some reason, whenever Jason starts talking about Nyan happens to join and pop in. It's kind of crazy. I didn't even notice you're wearing glasses until now. Yeah, I am. I am wearing glasses. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to use these wipes. Take better care of my glasses. My old pair of these are super scratched up. Crazy scratched up. So I want to make sure I don't ruin these. Leon said your glasses look like mine. Yeah, probably. I feel like these type of glasses are very popular amongst Asians. Maybe in Asia as well. Man, you look like a badass without glasses. Why do you say that? Badass. That's an interesting way to frame it. I don't know. I feel like I look like me with or without my glasses. Now I know why nobody recognized Superman when he had his glasses on. Yeah, I guess it's a bit different. With these glasses, they're very big. So I guess they probably do make me look quite different. But, I don't know. My friend, when he saw me with these on again, because I hadn't worn them in a while, he was like, oh my gosh, you look like you again. I recognize you again. So for a lot of people, seeing me with these is what I normally look like. But I hadn't been using them in a while, so. But we're back now. Keep them off. You will be a good model. But models usually wear glasses a lot of times, no? I have to model the glasses. If I'm a model, I have to model something. Clothes or glasses. Or earrings or necklaces or whatever, you know? But I don't know. I would not use my glasses, but I can't see very well without them. I can't even read what you're saying without them too well. Oh, you can be one with glasses. Well, with or without, I mean, a model's a model, you know? With them you look cute, and without them you look bad. Yeah, I guess so, man. Thank you. Tired person says hello. What's up, man? What picture is that? Is that an anime? Is that another anime? Ezio, do you recognize Tired Person's anime? Or his profile picture? How are you doing, tired person? Tired person. Say, have your girlfriend made you blush yet? Because I failed somehow, damn it. My girlfriend has certainly made me blush. Yeah, it's Levi from Attack on Titan. I see. I watched like the first 2 episodes of Attack on Titan, but nothing since. Levi. I'm doing good, said a tired person. Are you tired though? You're tired and you're doing good? How do you explain this juxtaposition? I feel like most tired people are not doing very good. Although, I'm just kidding, obviously. You're probably not actually tired right now. Where are you from, tired person? Yes, very tired. Ooh, better question. What are you tired of? What are you tired of? Levi was traumatized, not tired. Ah, okay. Is it based on the character? 2005, episode 3, Lego Clone Trooper says, I'll dono if you say Skibbity Rizzler. There are no donos, but I'll say Skibbity Rizzler, man, just for you. Tired person is from the US. Fascinating. Actually have more viewers not from the US than from the US, even though I'm from the US and I'm American. But yesterday I had someone from California for the first time. Brain rot. Tired person is tired of life. Talk to me, tired person. Tell me about it. What's going on, man? 205, episode 3, Lego Clone Trooper. That's a crazy name, man. It says WWW. There you go. There you go. Ezio says we got another depressed guy. Another? Who, tired person? Who's the first depressed guy? Me? I don't feel depressed. At some points I've been depressed. Tired person sounds depressed. Probably, possibly. 2005, episode 3, Lego Clone Trooper says me. Maybe I'll just call him Clone Trooper. That would be me. I see. Sorry to hear you're depressed, Clone Trooper. You can talk to me too, man. What's going on? Etio says the first one is my cat. Oh, your cat is depressed. I see. Tired person said, nope, just tired. Tired person is very... He speaks like a tired person. Very short and brief. McKay says, hey, what's going on, people? Wow. Welcome back, McKay. It's been a little while now, huh? And I think last time we talked, it was at night. Welcome. This is when I normally stream. This is when I have my regulars in here. Yeah, bro lost his grandson. Levi is the shortest. Oh, in the anime, Levi is depressed or traumatized or both. How are you doing, McKay? I forget how long it's been since we last chatted. Maybe like a week, maybe less. Thanks, man. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. It's cool. You know, Ezio, I haven't seen. He was one of the first people to join my Just Chattings, but that was like 2 weeks ago, and I hadn't seen him since. So it's cool. I'm seeing a lot of old faces and new faces. So that's cool. But I'm all right. I'm doing all right. Let me catch up here. Levi is kind of traumatized because of his childhood, yet the strongest soldier. Question, do you support rainbow people? I support all people, man. Humans are humans everywhere across the world. Tired person says Levi is harsh because he doesn't like the government, I think. I see. Kay says, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, man. You're Minnesota, yeah? Minnesota. Are you fishing or hunting? It's Saturday, isn't it? How's everyone spending their Saturday? Ezio says, nah. I'm not sure what that is in response to. You support people who force their dog to be vegan. I'll switch the question around. I'll switch it to, what do you think of people who force their dog to be vegan? I mean, I feel like, there's certain tendencies, natural tendencies for animals, nature. I mean, I've heard that, like, even if a dog goes vegan, like, if you give them the option to eat meat or vegan food, like, later down the line, they still will eat the meat. So, I mean, as long as the dog's happy, man. Oh gosh, let me catch up. Ezio said, I went fishing once. Who the forces dogs to be vegan? Tired Person said, I subbed and liked. Thank you, Tired Person. Clown Trooper said, I don't know. Skull. Ezio says, dogs ain't vegans. Tired Person said, keep up the good work. Thank you, Tired Person. Ezio said, imagine saying be vegan, killing animals isn't so kind to a lion. I mean, I don't know. It's a strange thing. Because humans are one of the only creatures that can defy our nature, right? Like, our mind, our thoughts, like, we can use our mind to do things that goes against our natural tendencies, for better or for worse, you know? Ezio says, yeah. MKay says, not today. I was out a couple evenings ago and did well. I try to fish during the week to avoid the crowds. Ah, that makes sense. Are there a lot of crowds in Minnesota? How populated is Minnesota? I feel like it wouldn't be a very dense state, but I could be mistaken. But that makes sense, man. I'm not much of a crowd person either, which is why I'm here by myself in a dungeon talking to 4 random people from 4 very different places in the world. To that I say cheers. The good lakes get busy. I could see that, yeah. Dang, the good lakes. That's crazy. I love lakes, but I've rarely been to many. Besides when I went on a road trip through Northern California, but that was beautiful. I have some beautiful memories on a lake. I love lakes. Ezio said, I never tried fishing, but saw my friends doing it. That guy got the hook in his finger. Jesus Christ. Jeez. McKay said salute. Thanks, man. What happened to your friend, Ezio? How did he get a hook in his finger, bro? I've never gone fishing, but in China, when I lived in China, there was a lot of people fishing. It seems very relaxing. I want to try it sometime. Ezio said, I just love. Wait, what? I just love quiet type of places. It feels so good and relaxing. McKay hit me with the double clash of the beer mug. Thank you. Like empty beaches or forests or even dark room. I keep my room dark the whole day. Yeah, I feel that, man. I was actually camping yesterday with my friend. We did a road trip up here I'm in Berkeley right now, San Francisco, Northern California. And we camped at like these plains. It's called Carrizo Plains National Monument. It's like in Southern California, Central California almost. But it's this huge like swath of acres upon acres of like BLM land, Bureau of Land Management. So like the government owns it, and it's just super empty, super empty, just plains for miles and miles. Like so isolated. I went there once by myself, and it was so scary. There was no one around, probably for like miles and miles. But this time there were other people camping at the campground, so it wasn't too lonely. But there's a lot of like coyotes. You hear coyotes howling, a lot of little rats and like mice running around. There were owls. That was really cool. Owls in like a big tree in the middle. You know. Sounds like my favorite place. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Sounds like your type beat, your type of place. As long as the forest is green and I got my knife with me. Damn. You're in Pakistan, yeah? That's you? Is there, I don't know if we've talked about camping before. I know I've brought it up before, but is there a camping culture in Pakistan? How outdoorsy are people in Pakistan? In the US, we have a huge, I would say, a huge outdoor culture. Our boy here, McKay, is a hunter and a fisher. Um, Not by, I don't think by work, but by hobby. Yep, or I don't think so. Maybe people do camp, but not much. I see. Is there a lot of like nature and stuff? I imagine Pakistan is a pretty densely populated country, but I'm not. I don't know too much about Pakistan, honestly. Have you ever hunted? I have not. It sounds kind of scary. Yeah. No, yeah, it's one of those weird things where like, like I grew up in like not the city, but like the outskirts of a city, and I feel like you kind of we get very detached from like the food process, and I guess if we were like rural, it would be very normal probably to like raise cattle, raise chickens, like raise it and like kill them and eat them. Um, but I think it's just there's not much exposure to that, so it sounds very like I don't know, scary. Or not scary, but it sounds very unpleasant, uncomfortable, uneasy to imagine like killing an animal. But obviously, like it's part of life, part of nature. I did hunt once a cow. Wow, how was that experience? Yeah, countrysides are beautiful. McKay said, I turned the bed of my truck into a camper. I do tent when I'm with people, but when I go solo, it works really well. That's so cool, dude. I've um, I've wanted. Wait, that just reminded me. When we were camping yesterday, there was or 2 days ago, there was this. Oh no, yesterday, yeah. There was this truck that came in with like a converted camper, but it was like made out of wood, and it was like huge, and it was like called. They had like a sign on it. It was like the sky. I don't remember the magical sky cabin or some shit. But that's really cool. If I ever had a truck, I would want it because I can convert it to a camper. That sounds cool. Ezio says Balochistan and Sindh, I think, got the most beautiful places. Are those provinces in Pakistan or states or what? I don't really know. This is about your hunting experience. I don't really know. Hard to explain, but I can try. So first I felt kind of nervous. Then my friend who's a butcher told me exactly what to do so the cow won't feel much pain. Cut off the nervous systems directly. And when I did, I barely felt anything myself. No fear, no nervousness. Jesus. That sounds crazy, man. I feel like humans are we're very, very adaptable. I was watching this interview, supposedly, I think it's real. It's this YouTuber named Arab. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. But he does like a lot of travel vlogs, but he like travels to dangerous places. That's kind of his thing, and he like tries to talk and like interview dangerous people. And so like he'll like befriend like gangs and like cartels and like all this shit. And I don't know, it's a bit like dramatized. I think he kind of gears it towards like a younger audience, and it's like, so there's like, it's very entertainment oriented. sometimes. But there's one where he has like this interview with like a hitman, and he talks about like the first time he ever killed someone, and like feeling like super like scared, and like he had to go hide away. He like felt like God was like watching him. He just felt really horrible. But then eventually the feeling went away, and then it just became very whatever, very normal to him, and he was able to kill humans like no remorse, no. It's just nothing. He's numb to it, you know. I feel like if you have to do something to survive, like you'll do whatever. You can get used to doing whatever. Um, so yeah, I'm sure if we had to hunt, we would get very used to killing animals and hunting animals, you know? Yeah, we're very complex things, aren't we? Indeed. It's quite remarkable, us humans. The whole world, really. I don't know. McKay said, yeah, it's a lot different when you're actually out there doing it compared to the thoughts about it. A lot like before an interview or orientation. They're not that bad once you're there. I could see that, yeah. A lot of it is like imagining what it's like, imagining what it would feel like, thinking about it. But when you're just doing it, you don't really have to think about it much. You know? As Khan says, hello, brother. Welcome, Khan. Khan, meet Ezio. Ezio, meet Khan. And McKay. McKay's from Minnesota, but Khan and Ezio, you guys are both from Pakistan. I don't know if you guys have met each other. Ezio found me very early, like my second just chatting ever. He was amongst a few Pakistanis, but I don't know if you guys have seen each other yet. Ezio said, I never actually hunted after that, but I do want to hunt a tiger. I don't know why, I just often think about doing it, even if there isn't a tiger even close to me. Interesting. The most important thing we practice is that we never let them. Oh, we never let game suffer. Yeah, yeah. Nature is nature is rough, man. Actually, funny enough, just yesterday I was watching videos of like animals killing each other. That sounds weird, but like on YouTube, ever since like I watched this video of like an elk falling to its death at a waterfall, I've been kind of having a lot of nature shit and hunting shit pop up. But there was this one clip. It was like in Yosemite National Park in USA, and it was a grizzly bear killing a moose, and it went on for like 5 minutes. It was just like tassed onto the back, just like chewing out its like spine, or not spine, but its back, like all its flesh, just tearing out flesh, tearing out fur, and eventually like it killed it. It was crazy. As you said, nature can be cruel yet lovely at the same time. I don't even know how, but it is. I agree. It's strange, man. It's strange. Khan said, I don't know this Ezio as well. There you go. Now you do. Welcome. You guys are both here. Both from Pakistan. But yeah, and I think after that I watched a video of like an elephant killing a crocodile by like stomping on it to death or some shit. It was crazy, dude. And then another one of like an old hyena just letting some lions kill her or some shit. Although a lot of people were saying the hyena was probably just old and like weak or maybe sick or something. I don't know. Says Ezio. Khan says, moose is huge. That grizzly must have been huge as well. Yeah, it was like they're both huge, dude. I think they were both younger, from what people were saying. A bit on the younger side. So the moose was, I mean, definitely big, but... Oh no, it wasn't a moose, my bad, I'm sorry. It wasn't a moose, it was a buffalo. But buffalo are huge too. But people were saying it was a young buffalo. And a young grizzly. But still both very huge. It was crazy. Ezio said, yeah, it's hard to believe that the creatures we consider so cute and innocent are often the ones who are the most brutal. Humans are one of them, honestly. That's true. I guess like humans are unique in that I don't know, it's weird, man. It's weird. I remember in the comment section yesterday someone was talking about a video of like hyenas like killing a lion, but the lion was like or the lion was sick or something. So rather than killing the lion, they just let the sickness kill it first. Like they let him die peacefully instead of like hunting it or some shit. I don't know. It was just a comment, but yeah, I mean it's brutal, man. It's brutal, and I think like humans, I don't know, because of consciousness, we have such a different capacity in how to live life. It kind of goes to like the vegan dog thing, the vegan dogs we were talking about a little earlier. You know, like we can do things that are so against nature, and we have a very unique ability to do that. You know. Um, but yeah, Khan said you reached Mexico, bro. Not yet. I'm in San Francisco, or Berkeley specifically, California. I'll be here for like a week and a half, or a week maybe. Or I'll be in the US for like a week and a half. I leave to Mexico on July 2nd. Um, so, yeah. But until then, yeah. I'll be here a while and then back south. Oh, yes, remember, Cali. Sorry, no worries, man. Nothing to be sorry about. I'm not gonna remember everything about you. You're not gonna remember everything about me, man. We're limited creatures. We can only remember so much. Echio says, yeah, other creatures are already decided as either hunters or just vegans, but humans are left to decide what to do, what they want to do, even though both things are important for our body. Yeah, I guess like we have natural tendencies as humans. You know, like both taste good. Although I have friends that I have a friend who doesn't eat vegetables, but that's because he's really into the gym, and I don't know. Somehow he believes that like we don't need vegetables, but yeah, I'm concerned for him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we have the power to let an idea like be like an abstract idea be like um, our guiding like motivation or driver, right? Like for example, like being honest or being honorable. Like if I want to be an honorable person, I do want to be like an honest person. I can choose to be honest even in situations where like being honest might be bad for me or might like, you know, screw me over or kill or get me killed or something, you know? Like I don't know, it's weird. We have the ability to put an abstract value or notion above all else. It's interesting. Try feeding him vegetables with our spices. He'll never want burgers or pizzas again. True. I mean, he likes vegetables. He just never cooks them. I guess. One time, one of my friend's moms made baked broccoli with salt and pepper, and he really loved it. He ate a lot of it. I think it's just I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand him sometimes. But Khan said he must eat grains then. Yeah, he eats like he just like prioritizes protein over everything else. That's kind of like a gym bro bodybuilder type attitude. I mean, I used to work out a lot. I used to do the same. Um, and I can see why. I understand it, but you know, yeah, he mostly eats like rice, chicken, beef, bread. I don't know. I don't know what he eats. I don't know how he gets by every day. That's just says gym freak question mark. He's strong. He's pretty buff. He looks really good. I don't know if he's like a gym freak though, you know. McKay said, "Yep." Then the choice is to be honest or just not say anything at all. Good way to live. Yeah, that's something I've thought about a lot recently in terms of like values and like who I want to be as a person. I feel like being honest is, it's hard, but it's really rewarding. Like, you don't have to worry about shit. You don't have to worry about lies or things that you haven't mentioned or what people know, what people don't know. Like, if you're always honest, like, it's a lot easier to just be present and like live in the now and just enjoy life. Be content with the now. Felix Uwu says hi. Hello, Felix. Welcome back. Khan says Neon2003 showed up till now. She showed up early on for a bit. She talked about my new glasses. I don't know if anyone else has noticed them, but she noticed them right away. I have some new glasses. But she hasn't been here since. She was here for like the first 5 minutes or something. SEO says, yeah, slap of truth is better than a kiss of lie for real. Yeah, I think it depends who you ask. That's the thing about humans, right? Like, it's up to us to decide. We decide for ourselves. There are people who would probably be like, no, like, why would I be honest? Like, I think it depends on your experiences, and more than that, it depends on what you decide based on your experiences. Like, if I got robbed, if I got scammed, that sucks. Like, I've had my motorcycle robbed before, and that sucks. You know, there are certain experiences that make you just feel violated and just, it's really unfair. It really sucks. It's shitty, and so sometimes you feel like, there are certain decisions that will help protect you from really negative experiences. Lying could be one of them. Lying to avoid certain conversations or certain topics or admitting certain things. Um, but it adds more burden. And I think it's the harder choice, to be honest. But I think it's the most liberating, the most freeing. McKay said, some people can't handle honesty, and that's a them problem. That's fair, yeah. A lot of people take things personally. But, I can't control how people, let me think. I can control what I say, and that's why I think someone earlier, I think Etia was saying I talk very slowly like a wise old man. And that's because I want to be very intentional and careful and clear about what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to convey. So there's definitely value to like being careful about what we say and how we say things. But, there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a limit in what we're responsible for and what we can control. And if someone's gonna take what I say personally, then like at some point it doesn't matter what I say. That's out of my control. Felix said, also sorry I left last night too fast. I couldn't say goodnight because I had to sleep. No worries, Felix. You are all good. You can sleep whenever you want to. You can come in and out whenever you want to. I can't control that. Let me see here. Ezio said, yeah, once 2 armed robbers sneaked in our house like 2 years ago. Holy shit. Beated my dad with a hammer, I think? Or like the edge of a pistol. Holy shit. But people here never let the thieves go. They chased them too and caught them robbing 2 other people ahead on the road. Wow. That's crazy. What happened to the robbers, Ezio? I know there's a lot of like, what's the word? What's the word? Not social justice. Fuck. I'm forgetting the word. But it's like when the police don't like prosecute or like protect the people, like they take it in their own hands. Like I've heard that like in some parts of like Latin America, like if you're caught as like a thief or something, like people hate you. Like people beat your ass. Like everyone comes and like beats on you for being a thief if you get caught and stuff like that. Maybe it was like Haiti or something. I forget. I don't know what the word is. I don't know if someone knows what I'm talking about. Khan said, one of my school friends got robbed from his bicycle while he was standing in the middle of the road still crying. Someone on a bike snatched away his cap. LOLs. He stopped crying and had to move from the middle of the road. It was quite hilarious. That is tragic. That's so sad. What the fuck? Damn, dude. They beat it up, those 2 robbers, until the police showed up and took them. Yeah, exactly that. That's what I was talking about. A lot of times, like, yeah, people are very angry. They hate robbers and shit, so they'll just beat on them until the police come up, or they won't if the police never come, you know? Or they'll beat them until, I don't know, whatever, until they stop wanting to beat them. What happened to the robbers is, lol. Uh, as you said, people don't feel safe around police here, but more scared. Yeah, that's a fair point. I think depending on where you are in the world, you probably have very different perceptions of police and very different duties, you know? Like in Mexico, police are tend to be very corrupt, generally, compared to the US. In the US, there's a lot of distrust of the police. In certain parts of like Europe, I'm sure there's a great relationship with the police for most of the public, you know? It all depends. It all depends. McKay said, it's a weird world in that sense. Sometimes I spend a lot of time trying to convey a message properly, and it works out really well. Other times, I'm living myself a bit for taking that time because I feel like I wasted my time doing that because it doesn't matter how I would have said it to certain people. They weren't going to accept it anyways. Yeah, that's it's interesting because like I don't know what context you're talking about, but yeah, I think it's up to us to like take responsibility for like how much, like it's our decision, right? How much time and effort we want to put into like, I don't know, conveying things well. But there's a limit to it, you know? And I think what comes to mind for me is like thinking about people who don't want to change. People who maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're addicted to drugs or something and you want them to stop. Like, there's like a limit in how much you can change someone. Or it could be anything really. But like, at some point, like, something I learned a few months back is like, the best thing you can do to help someone change is actually to help them understand themselves. And how do we understand ourselves? How do we understand anything? We ask questions. And so a lot of times, rather than telling someone something, the best thing you can do for them is asking them questions so that they realize it for themselves. It's like you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Like the only way you can make that horse drink water is make it. You can try to help it realize that it needs water, help it realize that it wants water. But if you tell it like drink, 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 drink the water, you know, I think that analogy works for a lot of situations, a lot of relationships in life. All right, I'm falling behind. Let me catch up here. As Khan said, I live in a peaceful city though, but still, you never know. You never know nowadays. But things used to be better in the past. Yeah, I could see that. I feel like a lot of people feel more and more insecure, safety-wise. Probably not just in Pakistan. I think in the U.S. I feel like that's kind of the sense I get. It seems like crime is on the rise, or like I think more so people just seem more and more unhappy. There's more and more tension, more and more I don't know, misunderstanding, I guess. Yan said, "Who summons Yan?" I don't know. I don't know if anyone did particularly, but we're always glad for you to be summoned. Khan said, "Oh, she's back." Felix said, "Once I had some friends, right, and we played hide and seek, right? Then they hide, then I didn't find them because they actually left me alone." Oh my gosh. What the heck? That's crazy. That's really sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Felix. Ezio says, WTF, this Nyan girl got some notifications thing. She gets notified when someone talks about it. Was anyone talking about it? I don't know. I was doing my skincare, haha. What products do you use? Nyan asks. Ezio says, they also took my brother on gunpoint to escape, and he was 6 back then. And when people caught them, they found out that the gun was already loaded. They took my brother at gunpoint to escape when he was 6 back then. When they caught them, they found out the gun was already loaded. I'm not sure I understand. Ezio. Leon says many. Electric Mapping says hey, as in haystack, hey. Welcome, Electric. Welcome back. How are we doing today? Neon says, I removed dead skin today, so I would say bamboo peeling gel collagen. Yeah, the products Neon use are probably not even available in California. Well, maybe. I don't know how much. I don't know if Neon. I assume Neon uses Vietnamese products. I don't know how much Vietnamese products are readily available in the U.S. Ezio says sorry. No, yeah, I was trying to. I didn't quite understand what you said. You said they also took my brother on gunpoint to escape, and when he was 6 back then, and when people caught them, they found out the gun was already loaded. Are you saying like they took your brother and the gun was, or like, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Are you saying like it's crazy that they had the gun loaded ready to shoot in case someone, when they took my brother on gunpoint, the gun was loaded? Okay, so I think you're saying they were ready to shoot with the gun if they needed to. His finger was on the trigger, it wasn't locked either. I see, I see. I think I get what you're saying then. Yeah, okay, I see, I see. That's crazy, man. All it takes is just an inch of movement, you know? Or a few centimeters for my metric systems out there. Felix Ubu said, I'm so tired, but it's only 12 p.m. It's Saturday, Felix. It's alright. You can take a nap if you want. Or you can do anything. It's Saturday. Let's go! Saturday! McKay said, I better get back to my responsibilities around here. Take care, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for the chat. Thank you, McKay. Thank you for stopping by again. Hope to see you around, man. Have a great day out there in Minnesota, man. Etio says, yeah, and my little brother is the bravest in our family, you can say. They were holding his hair, and little bro was literally shouting, let me go, you son of a... Holy moly, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. 6 years old? Why were they taking him at 6 years old? Were they trying to kidnap him? Or what? Felix says, I know, but currently I'm making myself noodles while home alone. What the heck? You're home alone, Felix? Why are you home alone? Ezio says, because he was running to save Dad. Oh, I see. This was tied to the other... Oh, I see. This is when your armed robber snuck into your house. Only 2 years ago, dude. That's recent, man. That's scary, dude. Felix says, I know how to make noodles. They went to the store, my mom and dad did, but my annoying older sister is here. Why is your older sister annoying, Felix? Ezio said, because he was running to save Dad. He's kind of the emotional one. His anger takes over him, even at this age. That's crazy. It's a double-edged sword, I think. You know? Anger, I mean, as an emotion, that's what anger... I mean, what is anger? Why do we get angry? It's meant to, like, drive us into action. You know, it's such a strong emotion. And so, you know, I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword. I hope your brother can gain control over that. Because I think it can be very dangerous to be very easy to get angry, you know? But yeah. Felix Uwu says, she causes chaos, and I nicknamed her Rat. Oh, her nickname is a rat. Jesus. How much older is she? What does she do to cause chaos, Felix? Any examples? Ezio said, yeah. Yeah. That's wild, man. I don't think I've ever... The worst thing that's happened to me is someone stealing my motorcycle for a few days. And that sucked. I have a cousin, though. He got his car robbed at gunpoint. Or they said they had a gun. He's not actually sure if they did. But he's gotten a car robbed, like, from him in person at gunpoint, supposedly. I think he's also gotten his car stolen once or twice, like just when it was parked by on its own. So, as you said, I'm the calmest type. My younger sister, the middle child, is sometimes calm, and the other kind of a fighter. And the youngest one I just told you about is, of course, the favorite chaotic one. I see. Wow. Felix says she's 15. She annoys me, and like, bro, she is annoying while I'm trying to sleep. Oh well. What does she do though, Felix? Nyan says, I'll sleep now. See you guys around. Take care, Nyan. Have a good night in Vietnam. Hope you're doing well. Khan says, well, a robber entered my home. I was sleeping and saw him peeping into the adjacent room. I was like, huh? He just looked back at me and said, go to sleep. I was like, I was a demon. No way, dude. That's crazy. Ezio says, you got siblings? I do. I have two brothers. Two older brothers. I'm the youngest in the family. I was like a deer in car lights. That's crazy, Khan. Wow. What happened after? Did they run away? Oh, you said. He then ran and jumped into the corresponding house. That's crazy, dude. Felix says she talks trash about me. I see. I'm sorry to hear that, Felix. Ezio said, laughing, thumbs up. Dang, dude. That is wild stuff. Dang. Trash talking is the most sibling thing ever. Yeah. My brothers and I used to. There's been times where we didn't get along very well. We're grown up, we're mature, we're cool now. Particularly my middle brother. We had a. Oh my gosh, I told mom she grounded her for 2 months. Holy moly. Ezio says it's never serious though. Sometimes I think it could be. It depends, you know? I feel like sometimes if it gets out of hand enough and you guys like there's no like resolution or like problem solving to the tension, I feel like siblings can actually like really not like each other, really hate each other. But yeah, I guess my hope is that, you know, I don't know. It's tough with family, man. Family relationships are tough because like you want to be cool, you want things to be good, but like sometimes family is just toxic and you need space, or maybe worse, you may need to like cut people out of your life, you know? I've cut friends out of my life, but they weren't really friends, I guess. But, you know, I guess luckily in my family there's no relationship that's like so strained that I feel like I don't love them or that I need to like cut them out of my life and stuff, you know? Ezio said, you feel like really lonely, and when you're not, when they're not here to trash talk about you and annoy you. I see. Khan says, robber stories are like crazy over here. Felix said, I had to whoop her with my hand for talking crap about me. Like she said, you're so stupid and no one likes you. And I'm like, shut the applesauce up. Interesting. I hope, that's crazy. I hope you guys can improve your relationship as siblings, Felix. I hope, a lot of times, well, a lot of times the best thing you can do is to change our half of the equation. You know, it's an equation, something blah 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 plus something equals blah blah blah. You know, but if you change your half, they're forced to respond. You know, so maybe you can be the change you want to see. But I mean, you're also very young, so I don't know. I don't know. Felix is 8 years old. So maybe, I think it'll be fine. You'll be fine. It'll work itself out. Ezio says, family is like the only thing that I want to get rid of, yet stay with at the same time. It's so damn complex, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's, it's tough, man. It's tough. Especially in Asia. I think it's a lot worse in Asia because it's a lot more, at least in like China, India, like I've heard it's a lot more like communal, and like there's a lot of people like are constantly saying and telling you like what to do or what not to do or what you should do or like comparing you to other people. It's like so competitive. Like my girlfriend she's from China, she's Chinese. Her family relationships are very complicated, and yeah, it's a constant struggle. But yeah, maybe that's family anywhere. I don't know. Um, Felix said, "We will never get along. I know it. And by the way, I know how to cook good food as an 8-year-old." That's incredible, Felix. I could not cook any food until I was probably like. Actually, I might have learned to make eggs at like 14 or 15 or something. But, man, I'm trying to stand this up. Let me try this. It kind of works. Yeah, I couldn't cook until I was like way older than 8 years old. I probably knew how to make cup noodles though. Put some water in, put it in the microwave for a few minutes. Etio said, "It's hard to explain controlling and comparison, competitive, sometimes toxic, then the constant fights." Wow, yeah, that sounds rough, man. Khan says, "If you're rich enough, you don't live in joint family system in Pakistan, so it's better." Hmm. Pakistan has, what's the social system in, or what's the family system in Pakistan? I know India has castes. It sounds like Pakistan might have caste system as well. Can anyone explain me a little bit more about that? Felix says, "I'm cooking spicy noodles and spicy chicken." Oh, very nice. That sounds pretty good. I'm hungry. Ezio says, "Seeing your parents fight and then having to choose one of them when it's getting serious is one of the worst things you can experience." That sounds horrible, dude. I feel like, oh, yeah, I feel like that's not cool. I don't know if your parents like pressure you to choose, or if like you feel like you have to choose, or if you, I don't know what the background behind that is, but that definitely sucks. CJ says, "Hey man, good to see you on the inside." True, I am inside. I'm indoors today. I'm in Berkeley, California, traveling or visiting, and so I'm in a little guest room. So yeah, normally I'm outside, but you're right, I'm inside today. How are you doing, CJ? Ezio said same thing as India. Okay. My grandma taught me how to cook in 2023 before she passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Felix. Ezio says, "Yeah, it sucks. Dot 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 dot." That's crazy. Ezio, I don't know if I know how old you are. If you're comfortable saying, I'd be interested to hear. Um, it kind of hurts when you see your two most favorite people being against each other and then you have to choose one of them. 17. Oh, okay. I think you might have told me before, but I forgot. Let me see. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. um, Shoot, I guess I can't just. I guess I just have to go with one of them at a time. Caste system. You said same as India. I don't know much about India's either. I know there is a caste system. I learned about it like how it used to be like maybe 1,000 years ago or something, or hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But I'm not. I'm not sure what does being in each caste mean in India? What are the castes and how do you define each caste? Like what are the implications of being in each caste? If that makes sense. Um, and then for Felix, as for the grandma, I'm really sorry to hear that, Felix. I lost a close friend recently, and it's really tough. It sucks, but I hope you're okay. And it's cool that she taught you how to cook. Now you can make the food she taught you to make for the rest of your life. She just said, "I'm doing alright. How are things with you?" I'm doing pretty good, man. It's a pretty active stream today. I'm really liking it. A lot of people, a lot of conversation. I'm doing good. Felix said I have to find clothes for vacation because I'm going to Florida, then to Korea. Oh my gosh, you're going to Korea, Felix? That's crazy. I know you said you like K-pop. I thought you were going to Florida for K-pop, but that's crazy. I've been to Korea. I hope you have a lot of fun. Ezio says not sure. I never got into this casting. I don't even care what cast I am. Escon said it's chill with me. Alhamdulillah. Never seen my family members fight, but I'm not sure about others. But many people live in like a joint families. Do you know about joint families? I'm not so sure. Could you help me understand what a joint family is? My assumption is it's like a lot of like multiple, like for example, I have two brothers. I guess what I'm imagining is like if my two brothers and I had kids, but we couldn't afford to all live separately, so we all live in like one big house or something. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Felix said she bought me anything I want. Oh, dang. That makes me think about when I was in China with my girlfriend. She has a young cousin, um, who, yeah, I guess like her family, some of her parental figures aren't around very often, and so it was really cool. It was the first time I felt like I was a parent because we went out with her to like a fair or like a night market or something, and it was really fun. It was really cool. Anyways, um, joint family, most common thing in India and Pakistan, of course. Khan says caste is different in India and Pakistan, and it can be a long story, I imagine. Ezio says a big house with your father's relatives on the upper or lower floor, kind of that. Oh, shoot. Wow. That makes me think. That just made me realize when I was in Thailand, my girlfriend and her friends, we went for like a wedding in Thailand. But one of the people there was Indian, but they live in Thailand. And it was really strange to me, really interesting, because like they had this really big house, and their house had an elevator. There was an elevator in their house. I'd never seen it. And now that you say that, it makes me wonder if maybe there's multiple families living there, and they all live in that same house. Ezio said, I live with my family only, not in a joint one though. We used to until my uncle, my father's younger brother, started a fight for my grandfather's land. Holy shit. After he passed away. That is crazy. I was just talking about inheritance and land and stuff with my family, with my parents, because in Mexico, I think it's a universal thing, you know? It's such a tricky thing. There's so many like perspectives and emotions involved in shit. But yeah, on both sides of my parents, there's like drama or like disagreement, misunderstanding about like land and like houses and like it being passed down and stuff. That's crazy. Felix says, I'm really happy because I'm going to a concert in Florida and Korea. Oh, you're going to a concert in Florida and to Korea, I assume you mean. Yeah, that's really cool, Felix. I hope you have a lot of fun. Ezio said, so we shifted to a rented house at first. Khan says, yes, exactly. When we have one house, whoa, what the heck? Yes, exactly. When we have one house and your 5 uncles' children live in that same small house, then things might be stressed. But if you live in a house that you only have your parents with me, things are cool. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that sounds rough. In Mexico, I like Mexico. Part of why I want to go to Mexico is to be with my family on my dad's side over there, because I don't know them super well. The first time I ever saw them was when I was like 15, 16. But there's a lot of family on my dad's side over there. But what I thought was really cool is that they all live very near to each other, some of them with each other. But if they all lived in the same house, I feel like that would be a nightmare, you know? Or if a lot of them lived in the same house. Um, but yeah, I think it's nice to have family around, but you definitely need like your own space and you need to like have boundaries and shit, no? You know? Or else I feel like it would be a nightmare, man. Absolute nightmare. Um, Yeah, greed is a thing that breaks families. Yeah, it's complicated, you know? Maybe someday I'll have to navigate that. Who knows? Khan says, oh no, Felix says, I gotta go on my way to Florida. You gotta go now? You're heading to Florida, is what you mean? Maybe? If that's the case, I think that might be what you mean. Have fun, Felix. I'm not quite sure. Ezio says, nah, my parents still fight though. Yeah, that sucks, man. What is what is marriage like in Pakistan? I know in I know in China there's like a lot of expectation and pressure. Like parents are very involved. It's kind of it tends to be like I think Khan we were talking about this like marriage for love isn't as prominent, not as common. Like marrying out of love, a lot of it is kind of like sometimes arranged um, or maybe it's kind of like love, but like the main factors are other things, social status, money, like security, stuff like that. Ezio said, my father had love marriage. Mostly there's arranged marriages. Oh shit, really? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 12:42. I'm going to end the stream around 1 p.m. Maybe a little earlier. So, like in 15 minutes or so. Just a heads up. Ezio said, my father's older brother and sister had arranged. His younger brother and him had love marriage. That's wild to me. In the US, it's like almost unheard of to have arranged marriage. So it's really fascinating to me. I'm curious, like, um, in terms of like your your family that had love versus arranged marriage, like, I don't know. How do you feel? As says, in the U.S., people are kind of open-minded and liberal. In Pakistan, there's not many. Yeah, we were talking, Khan and I, and maybe it was CJ, someone else. We were talking about this. You know, I think a lot of it is kind of like privilege in a way. You know, like if you have a high standard of living and you don't have to worry about like surviving, then you're more free to do a love marriage. But if like you come from a really poor family and you don't make a lot of money and like you you know you're not in a comfortable life situation, like it makes sense to pursue stability and security, financial security over like something abstract like love marriage, you know? Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Yeah, Khan, I think it was Khan, CJ, and I were talking about this. Because Khan was saying that in Pakistan, if you have like, if you make like 300 US dollars a month, 400, like you could marry anyone, basically. Khan said, we have 32,000 square foot house in our city, almost 9,800 square foot house in our village, and we're only two brothers, not yet married, so it's fine. But Pakistan is much cooler than India. Cooler in what sense? What do you mean by cooler? Ezio says mostly it's middle class people who has arranged marriage. Mostly it's middle class people who have arranged marriage. But India is definitely more developed. Middle class people have arranged marriage? Wait, so are you saying that lower class people have love marriages? Or Halo Holic says, when will you activate donations? That's a fascinating question. Um, I can't yet. I can activate donations when I hit. Well, I have to get monetized, and to get monetized, I need 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. So I mean, I'm definitely aiming for that. But um, not quite, not quite there, not quite there. But I'd love to have donations available. That would be great. I mean, that's the goal in a sense, you know. I want YouTube to be my livelihood, or like, I don't know, not exactly livelihood. I don't want it to be like my job. I want it to be my job, but I want it to be a job that I love, that I appreciate and am fulfilled by. And so, yeah, I don't want it to feel like work. Like you know, like this is really cool. Like if I could get paid to do this, like that would be perfect. But there's other things I want to do. A lot of things I want to try. Um, but anyways, short answer is once I get monetized, 500 subs, 3,000 watch hours. I'm 2/5 of the way for subs. Watch time, I'm like 10, 15% of the way there. So still a while to go. But who knows? Anything can change very quickly. Inshallah, inshallah. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Um, Ezio said, yeah, middle class or the poor type of people. Because rich people, of course, are more educated, open-minded, and liberal, so they support love marriages. Oh, interesting. As Khan said, if you can make $100, you can marry 90% of Indians. Holy shit. Halo said, okay, good. Thumbs up. Thank you, Halo. Ezio says, but when most people, even some rich, goes the religious way. As Khan says, Ezio is not from Pakistan. He lied to you. Why do you say that? Ezio said any kind of contact before marriage is considered forbidden in Islam. I am from Pakistan, bro. Karachi Shah Faisal. How do you know I'm not? Probably from your name is what I would guess. He might have thought that you were Japanese or something. I thought you were Japanese. Ezio. I mean, you have an anime picture, a Japanese name, and Japanese character in your name. I assume that, or maybe it has to do with differences in your opinions or experiences. Um, I see though. I definitely wasn't gonna name my channel Akbar the. Why not? Are you active? Are you active on YouTube, Ezio? Do you make content and stuff? Ezio sounds cooler, and he's my favorite Assassin's Creed character too. Oh my gosh, I was talking about Assassin's Creed or someone else recently. Wait, Ezio is from Assassin's Creed? Not anymore. As I said, my mobile phone is broken. Oh right, yeah, that makes sense. I think it was Egg. Egg. He's a guy from Scotland. Scotland. Um, but he was talking to me a lot about Assassin's Creed. Or maybe it was Anubis. There's a guy named Anubis who's really into Egyptian mythology. And we might have been talking about Assassin's Creed. Yeah, it must have been him. We were talking about Assassin's Creed having a lot of like Egyptian mythology and stuff because it like is based in different time periods, you know. Yeah, AC2 Brotherhood and Revelations are his story. Yeah, AC Origins for Egypt. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what we were talking about. AC Origins. Yeah, I always feel a little. I always feel a little like tense, or it's like a little awkward when like it seems like people in my chat have like tension or like are about to like I don't know. Like I feel like Khan was probably kidding. He stopped talking, so I'm not really sure what went on there. But it's always weird. Like I had an argument pop out between Egg and Nene. I don't know if you guys know Egg and Nene, but that was like a week ago. And so you know, I'm always a little cautious. I don't want people to go all crazy on me in the chat and like start attacking each other, you know. But you know, it's tough too because it's like we have people from all over the world, So like I feel like, you know, if we really get deep into shit, I feel like we're gonna have very different experiences, very different ideas, and I feel like it's just a matter of time before like people kind of get I don't know, maybe take something personally or feel like offended or I don't know, you know. I feel like yeah, I mean we have people from all over, man. I don't know. Ezio laughed and said, "You're definitely one of the kind guys." Laughing emoji. Live a long and happy life, man. That's my intention, man. That's what I'm trying to do, for sure. Khan says, "Nah, lol. I just talked to you, bro." Mm. Yeah. No, yeah, because I remember, Khan, I remember, I think one of the first times that you came in, there was a guy from India who was like harassing you. He's like, oh, like you're a Khan, like you're in the Khan caste system, lol. I don't know. It seemed like he was throwing shade. I don't know if you guys know that term, throwing shade, but it seemed like he was like belittling you or some shit for being from Pakistan. Because I know India and Pakistan have like tensions. Um, so you know, I guess I fear sometimes. Not fear. It's just a little uncomfortable or awkward. I'm a little like cautious about like country. Like if people are in here from two different countries that really hate each other. Like Armenia, one of my best friends is Armenian, and there's really a lot of tension between Armenians and like Turkey or Armenians and Azerbaijan, and then like India, Pakistan, like maybe like China, India, or like South Korea, North Korea. Probably not that. Japanese, Chinese, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of tension in the world, you know? So I just hope, I always want my chat to be a place where everyone can be civil and respectful, um, and try to understand each other, you know? Ezio says, sub Indians are way too toxic. Same with Pakistanis. Yeah, it's probably anywhere in the world. I don't know. It's tricky, man. It's a crazy world we live in. Lorene says, I'm back. Hi. Welcome, Lorene. Welcome back. How are you doing? In, was it Sweden? I believe. Ezio says, you know, propaganda from governments telling each other there are enemies, you should hate them for votes. South Korea, North Korea. Yeah, it's tricky, man. It's sad. It's sad at the end of the day. You know, Azerbaijan, Armenia, that's kind of how it's like. I'm sure North Korea, South Korea, that's kind of how it's like. Taiwan, China, probably. Um, what are some other global beefs? Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine. Um, I'm sure there's many more. There's always tension and conflict and shit going on in the world, you know? Um, I just hope people, I don't know, I guess it hasn't happened yet, but like I said, I want everyone to be respectful and like try to learn from each other and be understanding. And I feel like as the person live, I kind of have a duty to moderate the discussion and keep things respectful and civil. Um, but it's tricky, you know? It's tricky. Ezio says, yeah, we humans are like the only creatures who value some pieces of paper over lives of millions of innocent kids and people. Escon says, Khan is the caste that was never insurmountable by the Indians or Brits while they stayed here. So maybe that's why. That was never insurmountable? Insurmountable. Insurmountable. What is insurmountable? Khan was actually like a title of Mongols? It is as well, yeah. I think in Mongolian, Khan means like leader, or like a tribe leader, like a king, chieftain, or something like that. Genghis Khan, I think, is the most clear example. Yeah, it begins from there. So, insurmountable, is that like. I'm a little confused. Insurmountable means like you can't rise above it? Am I right? Is Khan like a really high class? Or. What are. Can anyone tell me the castes? Like, historically, like, what were like the castes? What are the name of the castes in English, if you know? Like, like I remember in middle school we learned a bit about the caste system, and the main thing I'm remembering is the untouchables, the lowest class. That was something we talked about in like sixth grade or something. Khan was not actually a caste or a nickname, but Mongol title for the leader, like Genghis Khan / Han. In Mongolia, I think I think that's the case. I think in Mongolia, Khan was. It was like saying king or something. Or, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. I wrote a essay about the Mongols in a world history class in college. But, man, it was a terrible essay. I got a pretty bad grade, I think. I barely passed that class. But it's a very fascinating. I mean, history is just so interesting, man. Someone like Genghis Khan, like for a lot of the world, Genghis Khan did such horrific things and like horrible things to them. But like in like Mongolia, like Genghis Khan is like their greatest leader. Like he's very highly looked up to, looked up to, from my understanding. And so it's interesting how like sometimes some of the the greatest leaders are like for on the other side of the people that experience their effects, like they hate them, they did horrible shit to them. They wiped out like their village or they killed off like it's I don't know, it's weird. Lorene says, I don't know what to lie. My mom say that I have ADD. It's not ADHD, it's ADD. I'm not sure what you mean, Lorene. Khan says, I mean, there were Indians over there. Khans used to come and rob them and do all the good shit. LOLs. And when the Brits came over here, they made a Durad line. Basically, the Brits named that line, implying that they didn't want anything to do with the Khans. And exactly, Khans made Muslims out of Indians. Probably due to the fear of being nice to them. I'm not really sure what that means. I think I'll probably have to look. I think it's probably about time I look up the Wikipedia article for Pakistan and learn a thing or two. Ezio says, I don't know exactly how it came in India and then spread as a caste, but I think it came from Mongolians during its attempt to conquest. I don't know, gotta learn more history. That's what I'm saying. The world is very interconnected, you know? And, I mean, Mongolians, dude, the Golden Horde, Genghis Khan, that shit was like 800 years ago at this point? 700 years ago? I don't know. I have to look up some stuff too. Okay, I'll be right back. I will not be right back because I have to go. I realize it's about to be 1 p.m., so I gotta wrap up. So I am going to head on out of here. Thank you everyone for watching. This was a really, really great stream. I really enjoyed how much conversation we had going on. A lot of really cool, really interesting topics too. So thanks to everyone for joining in and chatting and sharing and all that stuff. But I'm gonna head out of here. I'll give you guys 30 seconds to say anything you want before I go. Not anything, but whatever you need to say it now. Haloholic, wait, goodbye, Halo. Lorene said, read my text. I read it earlier, I'm not sure. Oh, wait, it's gone. Your text is gone, Lorene. But it said something about ADHD. I didn't quite catch what you meant, though. Khan said, sorry for the intensity, lol. It's alright, it wasn't that intense. Inshallah, see you soon, bye. Take care, Khan. Peace out, man. Lorene, if you want to type something really quick, I can try to understand it again. But I'm going to go in like 30 seconds. I don't know if Ezio is here. He might come back to me being gone. I kind of want to at least give him a chance to know I left. But I don't know how long BRB is, you know? Be right back could be a minute, it could be 3 minutes, it could be 5 minutes, it could be a lot of things. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, cool. Ezio's back. Hey, I have to go now. It's 1 a.m. Can't stay awake late today. See you tomorrow, I guess. Have a good night. I'll say love you, bro. Thanks, man. Perfect, because I have to go too. I was waiting for you to come back. But, yeah, I'm out of here as well. So, good night out in Pakistan, Sweden. Halaholic also from Sweden. Lorene from Sweden. Just Sweden and Pakistan, I guess. Alright, I'm out of here. Take care, guys. See you tomorrow.